Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we'll take a look at the 1999 Honda NSX Raybrig GT. The final Honda NSX GT 500 car to take on the course, and of course the final Honda overall. Raybrig is the greatest sponsor in Super GT history, and while you could say otherwise, you'd be wrong. They always generated absolute banger liveries because it's a purple car, and how can you not like a purple car? The one thing I really like about Raybrig in Super GT is they were constantly changing the livery. It wasn't the same old boring livery rolled out year after year. Red Bull. And so I really think Raybrig is an inspiration to the racing world. You can still release iconic liveries and keep the sort of overall philosophy, but you can keep evolving and you can change it and you can do something different. You don't have to do the same thing every year. Red Bull. And that's what they did. They went through loads of different sort of changes, and they'd keep it for a couple of years and then they'd change it again, and it was really cool. This car also has green wheels, which means it's awesome. The real life Raybrig NSX GT was not quite as good as it looked. It actually finished 11th in the 1999 Super GT series, but we don't really care about that. And in general, the GT500 NSXs, there are 4 1999 cars in this game and 1 1998 car. They are all essentially identical, it's just a livery swap. That being said, on our leaderboard, they're sort of spread out by about 0.4 of a second. That's just because I'm not a robot and I can't achieve an insane level of consistency, unfortunately, but they are all the same, no matter what the leaderboard says. Mid-engined rear-wheel drive, 617 horsepower, 1,180 kilograms. It is important to mention, out of the mainstream GT500 manufacturers, Honda, Nissan, and Toyota, that the NSX GT500 has been the quickest of all of them. So hopefully that record can continue onwards. The quickest GT500 car overall is the STP Titan Viper, just because that car had an unbelievable level of grip. It was insane, so could not compete with that. But I mean, it's only 0.15. The quickest NSX currently is the Castrol Mugen car. That's at a time of 28.151. So who knows? Maybe we'll get close. Anyways, to find out how quick the NSX Raybrig GT500 is, it is going to have 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Suzuki Escudo Pikes Peak version. That car set a time of a 25.696, and even on its 4th go around, the NSX GT500 is not going to be beating that. Of course, I have mentioned quickest car, 28.151. So I'm expecting to sort of end up roughly around there, probably give or take 0.1 of a second, depending on what we can pull out of the bag for this car. The NSX is great though. A little bit tricky to drive. It is sort of, you know, it is a very lightweight mid-engine cars, and obviously they do have their issues around here. But in general, the engine on these is super sweet. It's a naturally aspirated engine, which usually is worse off than the turbo ones. But I don't know if it's because of the power or the, you know, the torque or whatever, but it is one of my favourite naturally aspirated engines in the game. It just makes power from absolutely nowhere. It is constantly, you know, delivering excellent performance. The actual sort of overall rear tyres of this as well are a pretty good size, so it means it deals very well with 617 horsepower, which can be an issue with rear-wheel drive cars, but fortunately the NSX does not suffer with it whatsoever. Really excellent car to drive, this one. As much as it does look a bit tricky on the footage, because it is, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still taking a high-powered GT500 car around a go-kart track, but as long as you're not too overzealous with it, it treats you very well. And the proof's in the pudding there, 28.038 for the Raybrig, and that's all we've got. We got the one perfect lap out of it, and that's all she wrote. But no, excellent car to drive this. I love it. I love it a lot. It's not just a pretty face, it's also a pretty impressive car overall in terms of its lap times. So, and you got to see on the final leaderboard, that does put it in a very good place, actually. I'm impressed with that. I was expecting a 28.1. I wasn't quite expecting us to get in the 28.0s. The annoying thing about that is, you know, one steering input change on that lap, and this could probably beat the STP Tizen Viper. But I mean, looking at that, I'd say we got fairly close to the maximum out of it. Again, it is only, you know, 0.03 of a second to find there, so maybe, but yeah, I mean, the Tizen Viper is the deserved winner because it is just insane. But also, we've got 2 more GT500 cars to come, so you never know. Maybe it'll get chopped off its perch. I doubt it, but maybe it will. A 28.038 will place this into 31st place. Goes in between the Toyota GT1 road car and the Evo 5 rally car. It is quicker than the Vector M12 LM edition, the Ford GT40 race car, of course, the Mugen NSX as well. I mean, you know, it's only fractionally off of the Tizen Viper, the GT1 road car, the GT1 race car. You know, that is a serious time from a serious car. In terms of mid-engined race cars, there's really not much quicker than this. The R390, the Venturi Atlantique, and the XJ220, and that's pretty much it. So, good car, good time, and I think you know what comes next. Or do you? Which one's it going to be? That's the question. Answer that in the comments. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.